Happy Wednesday, everybody. Welcome to Wealthy Wednesdays. I'm Kamari Ellis. This is the Finance Rebel Show. And on this day, every Wednesday, we do this and we answer your money questions, or let's not say they, I answer your money questions, whether it be about taxes, investments, insurance, anything you want to ask about, I'm here. All right. The whole aim for the Finance Rebel Show is to help make finance and money easy, simple, and fun for people so they can better digest it and then utilize it in their life, making their lives better. So again, today, like I said, every Wednesday, we go ahead and we talk about this. We ask questions. I try to do my best to answer them, and we have a good old time. So as everybody's starting to trickle in, I got a couple things that's going on. I just saw this report of a pastor being sentenced to prison for an investment scheme. So we're definitely going to talk about that. It seems like scheming and scamming is in vogue right now. And sadly, it seems like more and more of us are falling victim to these schemes and scams. Hey, Jody, what's up, African? How are you? Happy Wednesday. Happy New Year. What's up, Michael? How you doing? Looking to spend that stimmy. So, all right. My man, Michael Dennis, I call him Iron Mike, says he's looking to spend this. Let me back up, y'all. He's looking to spend that stimmy on a stock. Can you assist my family? Yeah, Michael, you got to start checking in more often, man. I know you be somewhere busy working out, eating right, getting ready, to keep that long life going. But I would say if you haven't started to invest yet, the market's at an all-time high now. That's not to say I wouldn't invest. That is to say I would dip my toe in carefully and very slowly as the market continues to go through its cycles, because that's what it does. So I would look at anything like the S&P 500. I would look at total world stock ETFs as well. Anything that you like. But Mike, hit me offline. I can give you a better question than that. If I give somebody some really, really good, juicy tips, somebody might try to say I was giving stock recommendations. And the alphabet people don't look kindly on that. All right. So Jose Sanchez, what's up, brother? How you doing? Happy Wednesday, man. What are you up to? Oh man, the Taxman 11's here. So real quick, I want everybody to give a shout out to the Taxman 11. He sent me his latest video he did explaining why he does what he does. And when he sent it to me, I was so proud and I was actually so inspired, right? This man is a tax professional just like me. And we haven't really talked live in person, but I can tell we share so many of the same values. Right. One being that of being strong pillars for the community. Right. One of the reasons why I do what I do is that the first finance or money professional most Black people meet is your tax preparer. And if you are a good tax preparer, you will do a good job of educating your clients to get a higher level of financial education. All right. Steve, that's your name, because we're friends on Facebook too. Steve sent me this video again, basically laying out his declaration of why he does what he does, folks. And it was awesome. He said he's there to help build a stronger community. He's there to help educate the community. I don't have the whole video in front of me right now, but I was very impressed because I'll be honest, I don't find many, I won't say that. The amount of tax pros that I find tend to be of the ilk of getting you a super fast and super large refund. And that ain't it, y'all. There's nothing legal or ethical about getting somebody a super fast and super big refund. Oftentimes when people are spewing that rhetoric, it's illegal. But the Taxman 11, y'all follow him on Instagram, basically said he stands there for good business, strong business, and being a community advocate. And what community we talking about? We talking about the Black community. So I'm really proud of Steve when he sent that to me, and I might have to do mine like that as well one day. All right. Oh, Del Carmen Riviera, how you doing? You saw my message on Facebook. I mean, on YouTube, excuse me, getting platforms mixed up. All right, I'm glad. It looks like you shared it in the comments, so I'll definitely get to it. Give me 1 second. Just let me be a good host and let me say hello to all my peoples. Mark Daniels out in Wichita. How you doing, brother? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Wednesday. My brother Karan, how you doing, sir? All right, saying hello to you too. Riley, how you doing? You love what I do. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. You just made my day. Oftentimes I tell folks this. Oftentimes I always wonder if anybody's listening, and not just listening, actually implementing some of the things that I'm talking about. So you just definitely made my day, Riley. Miss Shauna 78, how you doing? Happy Wednesday. Welcome to you. My man Don Johnson, how are you, sir? And Brian Singletary, good evening. Do you have a curriculum teaching investment strategies? I do. I have a beginner's guide, but I don't have it on the market just yet. It was on the market. I kind of pulled it off. I wanted to make some tweaks. I will be putting it back out very, very shortly, hopefully before Black History Month. If you want to stay in touch with me, Brian, just text me and you'll get on my list. Just text me at 215-974-0058 again. 215-974-0058. Roderick J, how you doing? Welcome. All right, so first question of the night will be, hey, Jimmy, I need a favor. I need you to make a meme for me, and I can't do it. I'll send it to you later. All right, so Ms. Riviera says, my question is that I'm looking forward to start in my self-employed path, but I'm also a part-time employee. Okay, W-2. Okay, cool. I want to start my self-employed hairstylist gig at home and stay home with my little part-time job. Okay, I see nothing wrong with that. Sounds like you're building a side hustle all at the same time. What's up, Malik? How you doing, fam? It's my cousin right there. All right, so do you have the rest of the question? Jimmy, you're not going to do it, though. You're not going to do it. All right, the thing is, what bank account should I use? Okay. What else you got? What else you got for me, Ms. Riviera? While we're waiting for Ms. Riviera to get the whole question in, go ahead and put your questions in the comments. If you're on IG, put your questions in the little question mark box at the bottom of the page, and I will get to them as soon as possible. But like I said, we're also going to talk about a couple of things. All right, so Ms. Riviera says the thing is, what bank account should I use to show self-employed income? Okay. Excuse me. I think I got it. So you want to know what kind of bank account to use. You want to make sure you're not getting in trouble with the alphabet boys, the IRS. You want to make sure you're in compliance. I got it. For you, brand new business owner, what you can do instead of worrying about getting an actual business account, you're brand new to business, you're just starting out. What I would say, oh, wait a minute, you just added something else. I have a checking account savings, but should I get a business account for the self-employment gig? What I would do, since you're starting off brand new, I would open up another personal account, totally separate personal account, and I would run all your business through that personal account. I wouldn't mix your personal business in there, your personal activity. So I would use that personal, let's call it the hair care bank account. So in the hair care bank account, I would get a debit card. I would spend all the money for your business out of there. So right, let's start from the top though. I don't know what your situation is. I don't know how much money you have, but let's say for, an experiment, let's say you got $500, start the business, put $500 into this hair care account, and your hair care business account. It's a personal account though, right? Because usually business accounts come with a fee. A lot of times there are some banks out there that will give you a free account when you're a business, but there are a lot more that will charge you a fee. So I don't know where you are. So get you a personal account, use it only for your business transactions, the money you spend. So if you have hair care products you have to buy, your sprays, any of your curling irons, your combs, your brushes, any of your relaxers, any of, like your bonnets and things like that, I will buy it out of the bank account, the hairstylist bank account. I don't know if you're buying new equipment or not, but I would also buy all of your equipment, whether they're dryers, wash bowls. As y'all can tell, I've had a couple of hairstyling clients in the past, and barbers. I would look at all of that, and I would buy like your chairs. Oftentimes you got to buy your chairs. It sounds like you're a solo operator, so you just need one chair, and that's fine. But I will buy that all out of your bank account. Now, here's the trick, though. You're probably not going. I don't know if you're making money now or not, but I'm going to assume that you're not making money. But you feel like you have a great potential. That's why you're going to do it. I would start putting all your personal money into your personal hair care business account. All right, not to confuse you, because that is now what's called an owner's contribution. Right, it's your owner's investment into the business. You want to keep track of that. It's very important. It's very, very important. So you don't want to go and directly buy your chair out of your personal account. You want to buy that out of your hair care bank account, right? You don't want to buy new curling irons or flat irons out of your personal account. You want to buy them out of your hairstylist bank account. You want to buy it out of there. You don't want to buy any chemicals or relaxers or mousse or gel or whatever you got out of your personal account. You want to buy them out of your hairstylist business account. All right. Reason being, it'll make your taxes a lot easier at the end of the year. Reason being, it'll help you keep track of if you are actually making money or not. One of the biggest pitfalls of businesses is they keep improper books. That's a major, major downfall of most businesses, of most small businesses. They don't keep books. They don't know if they're doing good or bad. They just know that they're either making money or they're not making money. And that's never good when you're trying to grow a business. So I hope that helped. If it did, do me a favor, like the page, like the video, subscribe to the page. We're trying to grow here so I can help spread the gospel of financial education and financial literacy to everybody out there. Any other questions you might have, let me know. Where are you located at, Ms. Riviera? All right, Malik says, I'm looking to open a second business. Do you think I should open a second business account for it too? Malik, we talking second business or second location? Second business or second location. So if you do indeed have two different businesses, you should have two different bank accounts. And all the expenses for one business should come out of that account. All the revenue or the sales out of that one business should come out of that as well. All right. And then you should do the same thing for your second business as well. No, separate them. All right. Del Carmen says, use my hairstylist bank account to show my expenses. Yes. Personal. Yep. For the business and as well, my incoming deposits that are in. Yep. All the business in one account, all the business expenses in one account. All your personal expenses for your W-2 part-time job and your personal account, like the personal account, you put that in there. All right, I think you got it. Nope, so I would separate them. All right, so listen, everybody, go ahead and throw your comments and questions in the chat, and I will do my best to get to them. Joe Brown, what's up, man? How you doing? Benny Blanco, what's up, bro? Mid-Atlantic, how you doing? Sea Saints, Lars 3, how you doing? How's everybody? Happy Wednesday. All right, everybody, be sure to follow my page on Facebook, which is Kamari Ellis, the Finance Rebel. Be sure to subscribe to my channel on YouTube, which is just Kamari Ellis. If you're on Instagram, make sure you follow my page, the Finance Rebel. If you're on Twitter, it's the Finance Rebel. Also, you can find my personal business tax account on IG, which is the Philly Tax Team. All right, so I want to talk with you all about something real quick while we're waiting for the rest of our tribe to log in. I got this today, and it just made me shake my head. Y'all know I hate me some scammers. Scammers make my skin itch. Scammers make me sick. But yet and still, we have another scammer here. One of the quote unquote holy men out of Houston. So Houston mega church pastor Kirby John Caldwell sentenced to prison for an investing scheme. Now, I just got this. I didn't get a chance to read through the whole thing and give it to you in a summarized fashion. But it looks like the court papers show that the pastor and his investment advisor sold nearly $3.5 million in worthless pre-revolutionary Chinese bonds to the elderly and other vulnerable investors. What in the world is a pre-revolutionary Chinese bond? This reminds me of back in the day when everybody was starting to buy the Iraqi dollars because they thought after the war the Iraq dollar was going to come up. I swear, people come up with a scam for everything. All right, so Caldwell pled guilty last year. He said he's paid back all the money to investors. That must mean he got real money. Caldwell was the pastor of the Windsor Village United Methodist Church and was a spiritual advisor to President Barack Obama and George Bush. That's interesting. I tell you, scammers come in all sizes, shapes, and colors. There is no predetermined. There's no predetermined profile. Black, white, green, or yellow. Short, tall, fat, chubby, and skinny. They all here, y'all. They trying to separate you from your pocketbook and your wallets. Buyers and investors beware. Oh, Riley, you must be about my age. You showing your age. Yeah, that's what it was. The Dinar scam. Well, that was a mess. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. All right, so listen, y'all. What I had to say about this is please, please, please avoid scams. If it sounds too good, 9 times out of 10, it is too good. If these folks are promising you like that manna is going to open up from the sky and God herself is going to pour that manna on you, please run. It's too good to be true. Too good to be true. So it says lay preacher Caldwell, who was no longer an ordained elder in the Texas Annual Conference of the United Methodist Church, never stopped serving the community. As a direct result of this servant leadership, 980 part-time and full-time jobs were created. 258 acres of land have been developed, and more than 168 million in economic value has been added to our community. So somebody said that. They were quoting, saying that. Yeah, this case has been going on since at least 2018. But listen, people will find excuses for scamming regardless. That's sad. That's really, really sad. But listen, again, scamming is old as we are. There's been scammers since the man walked the earth. It's a sad relief. It's a sad reality, excuse me. But with that reality, we have to know we have to act accordingly. Let's not be so in a hurry to buy stuff, to invest in stuff, to get into something again that sounds super duper sexy. Most times it's not. Most times it's just another way for somebody to separate you from your money. They say a sucker is born every minute. Now, I don't want to call people suckers. I'm not trying to be disrespectful to people who are victims, right? Because they are victims. But listen, the more we increase and invest in our financial education, the less chance you can get classified as a sucker. I don't want to see anybody get suckered out of their money. So I tell people all the time, go slow, do your research. If people can't stand up to that and can't wait the test of time, then they're not worthy of your dollars and cents. All right. And sadly, every day we're seeing these shenanigans, and now with social media, we're seeing them more and more. So again, keep your hand on your pocketbook, keep your hand on your wallet, because the grifters are here to try to separate you from all your coins and your cash. All right, so listen, go ahead and throw y'all questions in the comments or the chat, and we're going to get at it. Derek Quick, what's up, man? Derek, I need to get you back on, man. I need an update on your eBay empire and your Amazon empire. How you been now? Happy New Year to you. All right, Malik says, do you think making multiple small payments for credit cards helps your credits? I need more context, Malik. It depends. Is it a credit card balance of $10,000? Or is it a credit card of $50? By the way, I am not the credit guru, y'all. I'm not. I know a couple things through osmosis, but I am not the one. If you are in need of any credit services, check out Terry Cowser. Had Terry Cowser on about a year ago, maybe a year and a half. I need to get her back on so we can talk some credit, because I know everybody's in love with credit. Everybody wants to talk about credit. But look up Terry Cowser. It's a lady. Terri Cowser, Couser. I'll put that in the banner. But give me a little bit more detail, Malik. Just a little bit. Her out. So what else is going on in the rest of the world? All right. So y'all look up Terry Cowser for all y'all credit needs. All right. All right, so a credit card for about $1,000 or $1,500. I guess. I mean, I don't know what your ultimate goal is. If you, I don't know what your interest rates are. You got to be careful with that. Part of credit and credit building is positive payment history, but another part of it is also your credit utilization rate, right? And anything over 10% usually is bad, right? Some people say 80. Some people say 30. But from all my gurus and experts that I trust, it is anything below 10% really gives you the most bang for your buck. All right. Della or Delia, I might be saying your name wrong. I apologize. Check out Clinton Coon's YouTube. He goes over a lot of these great questions. I found a lot of information just watching his videos, but yes, it's always good to have your business account separate, not to pierce the veil. Pierce the corporate veil. Okay. All right. She talking that talk. I see you. Yep. Happy New Year to you, man. So, I mean, tell me, are you still going strong? Also look at 180 Law. So I can't speak to the validity of any of these sites, but when she hit me with the pierce the corporate veil, she must be studying. I don't see many people talk about that. I know I talk about that. The Ivy Investor, Courtney Richardson talks about that, but I don't hear many people talk about that. But if you have a personal account, though, I do want to put a period on this. If you have a personal account, you use it only for your business transactions, you won't pierce the corporate veil, especially if you're brand new. But going forward, yes. Let's go into that, right? Piercing the corporate veil, that's for all this LLC Twitter and everybody else who loves to say you need an LLC for everything, which is not true. But it's for all of them. So if you are acting in your business or treating your business like it's your alter ego, or it's just an extension of you, then that's when you kind of pierce the corporate veil. The corporate veil is there to say, I am entity, let's say Kamari LLC, right? And then Kamari also has Philly Tax Team. And so they should be operating totally separately. I shouldn't be commingling my money. I shouldn't be spending my personal money out of those accounts. There is some flexibility in that, but you have to keep very, very good bookkeeping. Very, very good bookkeeping. And it's not a recommended practice. It's not a recommended practice. All right. So Ms. Viviera says she has another question. My next question is my example. The hairstylist account, I will put my startup money to start buying my things for my business. Okay, got it. Yes, that is correct. But let's say I make $80 for something I did do. Yes, you should deposit the money that you made. Let's say you did a press and curl for $80, which is probably a little high, but you did a press and curl, you make $80, that should go into your business account or your hairstylist account. Now, once you get to a higher level, then you can start thinking about getting an official business account. But yeah, deposit your earnings into this account. I do not know about the corporate. Yeah, don't worry about it. The guidance I'm giving you is factual, and you can double check it with the IRS or anyone else. I don't know if I have any of my tax team people on here or some of my black tax aficionados on here. I should have shared this out to them, but I didn't. Let's see. Okay, so Derek says, yes, I'm still doing Amazon and eBay. But I also add something called Shipped that I'm doing. What's Shipped, Derek? Yeah, Doug Carmer, reach out to me as well. You have my, I just gave out my text number. You can text me anytime. Now, I might not respond anytime, but I'll get to it when I can get to it. So if you text me at 5 o'clock in the morning, I'm not responding. I'm asleep. All right, so if anybody has any questions, feel free and want to talk to me directly or ask questions directly, you can always hit 215-974-0058. Again, 215-974-0058. Andy Maxon, how are you, sir? Welcome. All right, so who else has more questions, more commentary, more thoughts? Go ahead. Yep, that's what you should do. Even you should double check me or anybody else, any of these so-called social media gurus out here. A lot of them spew garbage and nonsense, but I always like to reference back to the IRS. But congratulations, Riviera. How long have you been in business or doing hair? That's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. All right, y'all running kind of light today. No questions, no comments, no nothing. All right, so then I guess y'all just want to hear me talk just for the sake of hearing my voice talk. And that's cool too. I'll do that for a little while. All right, anybody been following Bitcoin? Once was 40,000. Now, what do we hit today? 35, 36? Let me look it up real quick. Everybody's excited about Bitcoin. All right, so it bounced up today, $37,769. Okay. Hold on. What if you got 2 or 3 gigs? Do they all go into different accounts to manage each profits and losses? So is it a job or is it a business? So if they're jobs, they can all go into personal account. Now, if you are, so here's one. If you are, let's say you drive Uber and you drive Lyft, right? 2 different gigs, 2 different companies. I would be okay with putting that all into one account. I will be okay with, again, because everything's similar, the risks are similar, the liabilities are similar, your expenses are going to be similar, and it's going to be a headache trying to separate the two. For example, if you buy a case of water to give out to your passengers, and you switch between Uber and Lyft on any given day, did an Uber driver use it? I mean, did an Uber passenger use it, or did a Lyft passenger use it? Right. I would also put together, you could also, if you were doing Instacart or Instacart, Grubhub, or Uber Eats, I would say that they're similar enough. They're 3 different gigs that you could kind of all lump together, all very similar. All right. Oh, you've been here for 15 years. Okay, cool. So you are a pro. All right, so it's like Instacart where you go shopping for people. All right. All right, so Lisa Marie, I guess you are tagging people, so I appreciate you. Listen, everybody else, Lisa Marie is setting a fine example. She is being a good steward and a great role model for all of you in the audience. Share this out with some folks. Tell Mrs. Simmons, I don't do voiceover work, even though everybody tells me I should. Right? I don't know where to begin. My wife's even trying to get me to do it. She said I need to do my demo. I'll do it. I've been busy, y'all. And the tax season and tax folks don't care. But that's funny. So to read the whole thing, the wife says, my wife asked if you do voiceover work. I got her listening now, and she will be asking questions for her business. All right, cool. Bring it on. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. 4-star Marie, how you doing? All right. And Del Carmen says, and no, you are very informational. Keep up the good for. Okay, thank you. Now, did you follow the channel? Did you subscribe to the channel? Got to grow my channel, y'all. So, Miss Riviera, did you subscribe? Did you like it? What's up, John? How you doing? It's another YouTube hero over here. John, what are you at like? 100,000 subscribers now over there on the YouTube lane. How you doing? Well, Rigor. Jody, don't start. Don't start. I don't need no help and participation on this one. But I want y'all to know, hey, Cavi 333, how you doing? Welcome over on IG. I want y'all to know I have done some research into voiceover work. It's not just talking, y'all. It's also acting. Why do you think like Morgan Freeman is probably the highest paid voiceover actor? And then my man from Waiting to Exhale. I can't think of his name right now. Heart to Hearts VS, how you doing? Happy Wednesday. Welcome. Listen, if you're just joining this, I'm Kamari Ellis. This is the Finance Rebel Show. Today is Wealthy Wednesdays. So feel free to go ahead and throw in your question in. I will do my best to answer that question. If I can't answer that question, I can always tell you where to go. That voice, that. Yep, acting, absolutely. Yeah, James Earl Jones is definitely the GOAT. He's definitely the GOAT. It's funny, right? So for my son, he's got a bunch of friends. They're all like in the gaming. They're all on the YouTube and to TikTok and everything. And so I mess with him sometimes, and he's like, "What's your dad do?" And I say, "Tell him I play Darth Vader in real life." And now all his friends call me Darth Vader. They get a kick out of it. And so every once in a while, I run around and I say, my son's name is Shane. I say, Shane, you are my son. And they all get a kick out of it. Right. I can't think. Right. And the State Farm guy. Yes, the State Farm guy. I can't think of his name. Hi, Dominique. How you doing? I can't think of his name. All right. So Del Carmen says, my goal is work all year for myself, file taxes in a great organized paper trail way, like bookkeeping and bank statements, and show proof of income to buy my home. That's what I'm trying to do. Okay. That's cool. That's a worthy goal. That's definitely a worthy goal. And I'll say this, right? I feel like, especially in the Black community, I'm not sure if you're Black or Latino, Carmen, but very similar communities. Oftentimes, hair care, barbers, and hairstylists are kind of like the pillar in our community oftentimes. And the job of being a hairstylist or a barber is almost priceless, right? And the reason why I say it's priceless is because, and I know things have probably been difficult since COVID, but people have also been finding their way to get to the hairstylist, to get to the nail salon. You know, they get their mani-pedis. People like to feel good. Even the men going to the barbershops, right? I saw a video the other day. It says there's a bunch of men who find their new girlfriend when they get when they get a haircut at the barbershop. They got that new lineup. So yeah, he's probably right. Men feel good, feeling a little extra umph. You know, they got a little bit more courage, a little bit more self-confidence. So, you know, you could probably make enough money to buy your home in cash if you wanted to. But all right. So John says, doing good. LOL, 16K on YouTube, but focused on side hustle right now. Enjoying working with my current client a lot, writing software for him. All right. Well, I know you told me about him. That's dope. And the right way, just gathering all the right information. Yeah, just do it. I mean, you got the right mindset for it. You're not looking in to get over on anybody. So I would consider go. Yes, I am on TikTok, but I have like 2 or 3 videos up. I barely do anything on TikTok. Everybody keeps telling me I should. So maybe at some point when I get my TikTok courage up and get some TikTok bravery, I'll start doing more on TikTok. But isn't this enough, y'all? Don't y'all get enough of me every Wednesday, every Saturday? Right? I'm also here on Saturdays at 12 noon. Wealthy Conversations, 12 noon. But don't y'all get enough of me? I mean, you want me on TikTok too? I'm on IG. IG, I guess I probably have the largest community. Oh, wow. Look who just jumped in my Instagram feed. I just spoke her name. Miss Ivy Investor herself. The Ivy Investor herself. Hey, Courtney. How you doing? Oh, okay. So his name is Dennis Dexter Haysbert. Dennis Dexter Haysbert. Yeah. Listen, he's crushing it. You know who else is doing? There's a lady who's making a killing in voiceovers. I can't think of her name now. Yep, that's my guy right there, Dennis Dexter Haysbert. He was an MFR on he was an MFR on Waiting to Exhale. He was terrible. He was straight trash. Oh man. So yeah, that's the guy. That's the guy. He is a voiceover god, y'all. He definitely is. He's getting money, but he's an actor, right? So again, goes to my point. James Earl Jones, Morgan Freeman, Dennis Dexter Haysbert, right? They're killing the game. Where's there room for a little guy like me? What am I supposed to do? So y'all want me to give up my profession and just go all out and be a voiceover actor? That's what y'all want. Don said, yeah, Allstate, yep. Jody, people get sales on every platform, whether it's Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, any of these new ones. Everybody gets money as long as they know how to position themselves. Right. Also known as President Palmer, the first black president. That's right, Jimmy. Everybody go check out By the Hood. They've got a great podcast. It's great because I've been on there like multiple times. That's the only reason why it's great. No, I'm joking, y'all. Jimmy and Corey, my brothers over there by the Hood, they have a great show. They interview a lot of hidden gems. Like we have a very similar mindset. I don't like to interview people just for the sake of interviewing them because they're popping right now, they're famous. I like interviewing people that have great stories. When I first started doing interviews, I got caught in the trap of getting pitched for people by some publicists and just interviewing anybody that sent my way just because I wanted to have somebody to interview and talk to, because I do love a great interview. But when you're not really engaged or really interested in the person, it really makes for a sucky interview. So I learned my lesson on that one. Ms. QB, how you doing over there on IG? E Blinkneck, how we doing over on IG? And so, Jimmy and Corey are expert at finding really, really good gems. They just did one with Hood Estates that I really, really enjoyed. They just did one with Nairobi Wright. I enjoyed. There was another one I listened to. I can't recall it off the top of my head, but listen, just Google By the Hood, go on over to the Apple store, right? The Apple store. Make sure y'all listen and give a good rating and review. Y'all got to start supporting these black creators, y'all. Got to get serious about that thing. All right. So Del Karma says, I'm a hairstylist, graphic designer, and I sell DIY home decor. Got so much talent, and I've been working for someone else, W-2 status, almost all my life. And I just want to start the self-employment process. Yeah, it's funny. I just put up a video on my Instagram account. And that was from an interview I did with the Early Life Project, which just came out this week. But on there, I talked about anybody can start a business, right? And not to try to job shame, because I'm not down with the job shame crew. But not the job shame, but I also said that anybody can start a business. Everybody has gifts, talents, and abilities that they can tap into. And so you can use your business to finance your freedom. Again, you can use your business to finance your freedom. So when you see all these knucklehead people that have never had a job or never did anything or probably never even gave anybody any value, saying that jobs suck, some of them do. But as a whole, jobs also provide a lot of stability. So when you see people say that, run the other way. They're not high value people. They're not. So you could do a couple things. You could be a graphic designer as well. I'm always looking for a graphic designer. So hit me up, Doug Karma. Mr. Harris, how are you, sir? How you been? So Mr. Harris is one of my OGs, and Mr. Harris, we've been friends for a long, long time. He was the man that actually pulled my coat, and he said, listen, when you're thinking about love and marriage and relationships, he said, Teddy P got y'all all jacked up. He said, all y'all running around talking about something that's a 50-50 love. Not a 70-30, not a 60-40, talking about a 50-50 love. He said that's wrong. It's totally false. It's 100-100. Every day you got to bring 100% for your spouse, and your spouse should be bringing 100% for you. And he said, actually, you should be trying to bring 112% because some days your spouse is going to be lacking by only bringing 88%. Right. So all of those things come into play when we talk about relationships. And what this is Wealthy Wednesdays, right? And what is the foundation of wealth? Family, for the most part, education as well. But family matters when we talk about wealth creation. So y'all keep that in mind. Listen, Jimmy, you know I got to crack some jokes. Hey, Precious Johnson, that's a dope name. Thank you for joining us. Happy Wednesday. All right, what seems to be a lie, Jody? I missed that. Yes, sir. All right, Dwight's co-signing. I know Dwight also got the Bada Hood Precious Metals course. Now Dwight is a gold bug or a gold bug in the making. He's out here buying his coins, so it's all good. All right, what's up, Richard? How you doing, brother? Happy Wednesday. Richard says, nothing wrong with using your job to fund your business. No, it's not. I get, listen, if you have the skills, the talent, the emotional intelligence, right? Emotional intelligence is very important. To just up and quit your job and not have a nervous breakdown, more power to you. If you can face the fact, if you got children, if you can face the fact that your children might go homeless or might go hungry, more power to you. Because when you start your business, your cash flows will be erratic. Basically what that means is your money's going to go up and down. So take your time and do it right. Sales on TikTok. Yeah, sales on TikTok. Like I said, on every platform, Jody. What is the best bookkeeping app you suggest to organize? For my clients, I use why can't I say this, y'all? I use QuickBooks Online. Del Karma, though, I would recommend, so you can check out mumbling my words, y'all. You can check out QuickBooks Self-Employed. You can also look at FreshBooks. FreshBooks isn't so accounting heavy. I'm not getting paid for this. I don't have an affiliate link, right? But FreshBooks is a little bit more kind of freelancer, artistic, friendly. QuickBooks, even though I find it easy, some people are intimidated by it. Let's Get Tour. How you doing? Low Key Popping. I like that name. Reminds me of Stay Low Key Firing. Benny Siegel at his finest. All right. Hey, Fiali, how you doing? How often does a business get audited? Well, that's a trick question because the IRS just came out and said that 50% of audits will go up in 2021. 50% of audits will go up in 2021. But I'll tell you this, and I don't like to talk about this because people love to push the edges. It's not that high. However, when you do get audited, it's a mother. I'm trying not to cuss today, y'all. I'm trying to be good. All right, but it's a mother. It's a whole mofo when you get audited. If you've ever been through an audit, it's not fun. It's very, very nerve-wracking, and it's not something I wish on my enemy. Actually, I would wish an audit on my enemy. Because if they get audited, most of the people I consider enemies are scam artists. So if they get audited, maybe they won't be able to scam as much. Most anti 9 to 5 entrepreneurs are out here trying to sell you the course. Facts. 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 I mean, listen, when you look at the likes of a Robert Smith, who is the richest black billionaire in this country, he had a job, people. He had a job. And now he's a billionaire. He was able to take his skills from his job and his education and his network, and he's able to create billionaire status. Everyone should know who Robert Smith is. Right. Hate your job, buy my course to fire your boss. I agree. I agree. I agree. Totally agree. All right. So who has questions? Who has questions? As I sip on my artesian water. Fiali, are you starting a business? Or are you in business? I'm not sure. Five Chambo, how are you? I hope I said your name right. Forgive me if I messed it up. All right, so Del Carmen, you eat me up today. All right, so she says, if you're self-employed and you have a job, whether it's full-time or part-time, so self-employment and W-2, so the file process would be 1040 Section C for profit and loss, and I will need a 1099 for Section. So it's actually Schedule C. So for your business, you file Schedule C with your profit and loss, and I will need a 1099 for Section. You file 1099s either on Schedule C or Schedule E, or sometimes Schedule F as well. I've never used Schedule F because Schedule F is for farmers, and I don't know any farmers, but Schedule E is for rental property. So let's say I have a lot of clients who get rental payments through Section 8. They get it to 1099, and they list it on their Schedule E, along with any expenses they incur with running that business. Same thing for Schedule C. If you get it to 1099 for your business, you can list that in. So, for example, Del Carmen, let's give you an example. Let's say you do hair out of your home, but you meet somebody at a mental health institution or a nursing home, and the ladies need their hair done. So every now and then they'll hire people to come in to do the ladies' hairs, cut the men's hair, and they will pay you from the facility, not the individuals that live in the nursing home or the mental health facility or any kind of medical facility, right? So you might get a 1099 for that. Get a 1099 for that. You'll add that in with whatever other hairstyling and cosmetic services you got paid for, and you'll also add in the 1099 as well. So yeah, I'm out here giving y'all tax courses right now. Right. And so SE is self-employment, which accounts for 15.3%. And SE is self-employment tax. SE self-employment tax covers your Social Security and your Medicare. All right. Jody, Fiji is the best. Yeah, but we're not giving out no commercials to these non-black owned businesses. I might have started really going hard on that. I'm tired of us supporting non-black owned businesses when black owned businesses are the ones who employ most black people outside of the federal government. But you're right, Jody, they are my favorite. All right, so Fiati says, I'm in business with Jeff's Jamaican Cuisine and Caribbean Life Grocery and gift shop. All right, my CPA is slacking. Listen, Fiali, give your CPA some grace. This year, last year, it was how did Chef say it? It was a bad mofo. Shut your mouth. It was a rough year. But listen, if you need help, if you want some pointers, just hit me up. Text me 215-974-0058. 215-974-0058. I do these shows because I recognize our community is in a place of destitution. I personally have been in this industry for 2 decades plus, starting with my daddy. Be trying to stunt like my daddy. And I try to give back to those who need help as much as possible. Right? The better our money situation is, the better off our community is, the stronger our community is. However, it still takes a lot of cultural competency to really use that money wisely and to really put it in position to really help our community. So when I'm talking about wealth, I'm not talking about gold chains. I'm not talking about luxury vehicles or clothing. I'm talking about books, y'all. I'm talking about infrastructure for our community. Yeah, I want to eat good. I want to eat some surf and turf every now and again. I want to live in a safe place, nice place. But first and foremost, I want the babies to be able to read and read well and not just be literate, but become masters at whatever subject matter they want. Just like finance. I don't like the term financial literacy. I think it's retarded. I think retarded is a bad word now. I'm not sure, but forgive me for that. Nobody should just want to be literate at anything, especially when it comes to their money. We should want to be masterful. So we need to all become financial masters, money masters. My man, Chef Larry, Lawrence, Washington. What are the tax benefits of an LLC compared to a corporation? One's a pass-through, right? So LLCs typically are a pass-through. LLCs are a pass-through or they are a disregarded entity, which means the IRS really doesn't care about them. So they treat them like you're a regular sole proprietor. So if you're a regular sole proprietor, there are no real tax benefits of an LLC. You get the same tax benefits as being a sole proprietor, right? Corporations will have better tax benefits. You can write off more things like health benefits. You can write off charitable givings. Oftentimes, you have more flexibility as well. However, there's a big but. I don't want to get thrown in a lot of all these people running around out here saying to file an S corp just because you need to be ready for it. So it doesn't make sense to be a corporation a lot of times. However, I will say this. Since the previous orange head trolled helped to lower the corporate taxes, it makes sense. Sometimes. But again, it all depends. But the corporations have the highest threshold of compliance, meaning they have to do more to make sure they keep their status. All right. Sincerely, Mona, CCC, how you doing? Welcome to you over on IG. Black women are wealthy. Oh, I love that name. Black women are indeed wealthy. Black women is the wealth. Black women make everything go round. So I love that name. Thanks for joining. Let's see. Okay, great. So the 1099 is only contracted for work. Well, the 1099 technically, so people get in trouble for this. 1099s are actually for independent contractors, y'all. All right. If you are a W-2 worker, 9-to-5 worker, you should not be getting a 1099, or most times you should not be getting 1099s. So it really depends. But yes. Yeah, the 1099, yes, it's only for, it's contracted work and you can put it on your Schedule C as well. So when you have put it like this, when you have a 1099, you are a business owner. Think about it like that. All right, the right says, is the tax filing process for Robinhood and Acorn complicated? No, you should. So what is Robinhood and Acorn? Robinhood and Acorn are brokerages or investment brokerages where you can buy and sell investments. What they should be giving you is either a 1099 DIV, which is a 1099 for dividends, to keep track of the dividends they paid out in your account. Sometimes you will get a 1099B. A 1099B is for what brokerage activity you had. So what investments did you buy or sell? And you should be reporting those on your taxes, Dwight. Great question. Jody says, let's buy their stock. Maybe. Let's get paid. I'm always for getting paid, ethically and honestly. All right, so Del Carmen says, man, last year I helped my CPA and I handled all the people that were audited. And 90 out of the 100 people that were audited were all lying and doing their little scam, but I still helped them. So are you a spy, Del Carmen? You already working with a CPA. You already know how to answer. You got the answers. But no, it's all good. Absolutely, Chef Larry. Everybody check out Chef Larry too. He makes some great food. So Richard says, does it only make sense to have REITs and tax deferred accounts? All right. So what's a tax deferred account? Let's break this question down bit by bit. A tax deferred account is an account like an IRA or 401k, basically meaning you're not paying tax on the activity right now, but you might pay tax on it later. Sometimes you pay later, sometimes you pay never. So Richard, the answer, and what's a REIT, right? What's a REIT? REIT. REIT is a real estate investment trust. A real estate investment trust. All right. So remember when I tell y'all you can buy real estate on the stock market, you don't necessarily have to yourself own the bricks and mortar. That's the best way I like to own real estate is through publicly traded REITs. So that's what Richard is asking about. So I would say yes and no, Richard. It all depends on your strategy and depends on what you're trying to do. I would say that buying REITs in your let me make sure I'm talking directly into the mic, y'all. I would say buying REITs in your deferred account does make sense 9 times out of 10. But again, it really depends. It really depends. Let's say you're trading a stock because you see, it's got a great way to go, or you're trying to build money to buy a house at some point, or just to buy a business at some point. You've identified this investment, this stock vehicle that can help you get to your next goal. It might not make sense to put it into a tax deferred account because then you're going to have to pay taxes 9 times out of 10. Not always, but a lot of times you're going to have to pay tax when you pull it out, an extra tax. And there is a 10% penalty when you withdraw things out of your IRA, unless you qualify for the exceptions. Some of the exceptions are first-time home buyership. I want to say death. I want to say health reasons. That's all I got off the top of my head. But, again, it all depends on your strategy. But 9 times out of 10, yes, it does make sense. All right, G. Coffin. I like that Unk, by the way. The Unk and the wings. I can't think of the name. So he says he has 2 questions. I have 2 questions. Do you have any tips on how to qualify for the SBA loan? Also, what are the top 5 books you recommend to become a money master? So which loan? There are 2 loans with SBA. There's the payroll protection program, and then there is the economic injury disaster loan. I don't know the status of your business. So if you had a business, I want to say in the first quarter of 2020, then you will qualify potentially. If you had, thank you, Jody, wings of my eye. Thank you. If you had a business in the first quarter of 2020, you could potentially qualify. If you had an economic downturn or suffered economic loss, you could potentially qualify as well. But it really depends. PPP is going to be a whole pain in the ass, y'all. I've been doing trainings on them last week. My head was literally about to bust. I think I put a tweet out somewhere. I said, if you don't do good books, don't do PPP. Don't apply for PPP. But the funds are coming back out. They are going to refund payroll protection program. They are going to refund EIDL, which is, again, economic injury disaster loan. But everything's still kind of in flux because they still don't know how they're going to do it. I mean, listen, stimulus checks, them stimmy checks are still out there floating around, and they haven't gotten them out there to everyone. So it's going to be really interesting. It's going to be really interesting. All right, so I want to buy stocks of all the places I shop or consume. All right, so do it. I told you what to do, Jody. So Jody's like my sister, y'all. I've known Jody since I've been like 5 years old or something like that. Jody used to beat on me when I was like 12, y'all. I'm joking. But she will get my chest real quick. Ain't no fear in her. All right. So Del Carmen Riviera says, I do have a CPA, but she's slacking. One guy on YouTube said, if your CPA is slacking and is not trying to help you or give you knowledge enough, you got to move around and find someone else who cares. Yeah. I got somebody in Milwaukee for you. If you need help, I got a recommendation for you out in Milwaukee. If you want to work with somebody local, but let me know. Just text me. Again, I will say this, right? This last 13 months have been an extraordinary time frame. And so, I had a question about PPP or SBA loans. I can't tell you how many of my clients that I helped who did absolutely nothing in terms of their bookkeeping after me yelling and screaming to holy God that they need to keep good books. They still didn't keep good books. And guess what I did? I was doing like a year's worth of books for people because I knew they needed the money to try to keep their people on payroll. And I didn't charge full freight. That ain't happening this year, folks. Nope. No. Not this year. I paid my dues. I'm good. No more. Not at all, y'all. I'm sorry. Right, the Ankh and the wings of my yacht. Yeah, you could tell people what your business is. Fiali, I'm planning on buying some biotech stocks with my stimulus. All right, just make sure you got plenty of savings. As long as you got some savings, I ain't mad at that. It's funny, the people that have labeled me Bitcoin hater, the people that have labeled me real estate hater, never really talk about the whole fundamentals, the whole picture that I'm presenting when I'm telling people not to buy Bitcoin or to invest their whole nest egg into Bitcoin or into real estate. It's always a precautionary tale, y'all. Every time something gets sparked up, something gets hot, people want to run in. But this is all predictable. All you got to do is watch market cycles. The same thing happens time after time. I forget there was a movie, but they said when you get stock tips from your shoe shine person, it's time to sell. I can't think of that movie. But basically, they're saying that when you start getting stock tips from lay people, it's time to sell. Because that means all the dumb money, all the uneducated money is out there chasing after things. I know some of y'all might like Tesla, but right now, as it stands right now, Tesla is not a good company. I know somebody's going to try to trash me for that. But listen, I stand firm on my convictions. And we can go line by line and look at any one of their income statements and balance sheets and cash flow statements, and I'll explain to you exactly why. But just to give you a little tip, they barely have any profits. Yes, I know they've been profitable the last 5 quarters, but look at how thin those profits are. And look at the price. It's a little out of whack, right? Almost $800 stock. That split. and now we talking about it being $800 and they barely have any profits. Okay. How much is Tesla going up since the split? It's a little out of whack, don't you think? Don Johnson says buy the index and chill. I agree with that, but I also don't want to take the fun out of it for people, right? So I do think the fun of it is part of it, but I agree. And there's so many people that have said buy the index and chill, Warren Buffett being one of them. And that is the easy way to start. Get you a couple of low-cost ETFs, buy it, relax. But that's not sexy. So I try to give it a little sexy. Buy the index and chill. All right, Philly, as I said, Philly Firearms is here to help you and get what you need to protect yourself and your family. We offer ammo, bulletproof vests, and guns. We are Black-owned and operated gun shop in the Philadelphia area. All right, where's the gun shop, Eric? Where's the gun shop, Malik? And do y'all do any other kind of gun safety classes? I watched a YouTube video today. So Don Johnson says I watched a YouTube video today about how TSLA, which is Tesla, y'all. TSLA, the ticker symbol for Tesla, the stock is a Ponzi scheme. Send me that, Don. Inbox it to me. Miss Edith, how you doing? Where you been? You're late. No, I'm just playing. I'm glad you're here. Welcome, Miss Edith. Happy Wednesday. Fred B, how you doing? Just AE, how you doing? Oh, Fred's 100. All right, I like that. I feel like a turtle in a land of wabbits. When I do my research before I buy my stocks, I feel like a turtle in a land of wabbits. a little Bugs Bunny for y'all. For anybody who liked the Looney Tunes back in the day. By the way, how racist was the Looney Tunes? There was a buddy of mine, an OG in my neighborhood. His name was Chucky Go-Go. And this dude, because I used to have hair, y'all. I used to have hair. And I used to have what people would call good hair. And I hate that term because there's no such thing as good hair when it comes to people of African descent. But he would always call me Hiawatha. And when you look at the video of Hiawatha, it's so disrespectful. So disrespectful. But that's what he used to call me. All right. So By the Hood asks, where's Philly Firearms located at? Okay, in Coatesville, excuse me, y'all. We can, but we usually refer people to other trainers. All right, so he was responding to my question about gun safety, y'all. Sorry about that. Tesla is a publicly traded church. You can't use your normal fundamental analysis. No, you can't use any fundamental analysis on it because it don't have no profits. But I digress. All right. I guess it's _Scoob. How you doing? Yes, I talk about the Tula crisis all the time. The Tula story is a classic and should be known by all investors. Yep. Talked about that last week. It's on my Facebook page and my IG page as well. I think my man Corey over at By the Hood called me a hater because I said everybody with Tesla and Bitcoin who's got some profit should, or who got ran up on, right? The stocks ran up, the Bitcoin ran up. You should take some profits right now. Nothing stays up forever, but he ain't like that because my man Corey, loving to death, he love him some crypto, love him some Bitcoin. All right. Miss Edith says, was also took a nap, liked and shared, loved Looney Tunes. It was racist. Yes. Thank you, Miss Edith. I appreciate you for doing that. And listen, health as well. So I always get that nap in. Those naps are crucial, boy, man. When we get up here over 30, over 35, them naps is worth gold. All right. You call me spaghetti head? It's so mean. It's so mean. See the abuse I was talking about, y'all? All right. Edward Carney says, Bill Casey, finally someone speaking sense. I try. Where am I from? I'm from the Philadelphia area. Where are you from, Bill Casey? But listen, like I tell folks all the time, I've been in the industry for over 20 years. Part of my 20-year bid in this industry, I used to work institutional. So when I talk about taking profits, it's not because I'm hating, it's from discipline, right? I was an analyst, then I got promoted to be a portfolio manager. So I actually got to pull the trigger on what I was buying, right? So I create the order, I tell my trader to trade it, and that was that. But you had to have the discipline, and you had to defend your discipline. And when you did not defend your discipline, you got raked over the coals, especially where I was at. What is that? LOL. Ireland. All right, so I don't know if we having a language breakdown, but that word, I don't mind the word, but that word in this country is a bad word. So Ireland's full of prostitutes. Hey, that's the oldest profession in the world. As long as it's consensual, it's okay with me. But when it's not consensual, it's a bad thing. All right, so who has any more questions? Any more questions? Y'all know I need my vittles. I've been on for about an hour and 15. Let me know what y'all thought. So what are y'all thinking about, right? I've been asking this question. What are your financial goals for 2021? Go ahead and throw it in the chat, and we'll end the day on this note, on a good note. What are your goals, right? Real goals, y'all, not this pie in the sky stuff. It's good for a fat man like me. Gets no fluff. I'm not sure what we talking about, Bill Casey. What we talking about? Question: if you're part-time employed and you have a self-employed job, do you pay more back to the IRS, or does this depend on how much you make a year and both your job can give you an example? So it depends. Like, is your business profitable? Sometimes a business can be a great tax deduction. When everybody talked about the orange head orangutan that's about to get thrown out of the White House and his $750, part of the reason why is none of his stuff is profitable. Also because of the depreciation. Depreciation is a write-off you get for buying heavy equipment, for buying heavy equipment or buying real estate, right? That's part of it. Hold on. Come on, Bill. Listen, man, we here trying to build, man. I like jokes, but we gotta be, my goal is to turn a beach ride 3-1. All right, so I see what's popping off here. Bye, Bill. And I don't have time for that. You blocking me from getting my food, man. I'm here trying to serve the folks. So Bill got jokes. It's cool. I got jokes too. That's why I blocked you. So nice knowing you, but so long. Yeah, Bill is wilding. Yo, Jimmy, it seems like the trolls love to come out for me. It's like the freaks come out at night. Shout out to Houdini. Shout out to Ecstasy, who just passed. May he rest in power. I was really sad about that. I'm still sad about that. Right, so it depends. I don't know. Is that 21 grand a profit or just revenue or just sales? Right, sales and revenue for this conversation is the same, y'all. But what is it? Again, I don't know. I need more specifics. But Garvin, hit me up. You got the text number and you subscribe to my YouTube channel, right? So you want to get alerted every time. Oh, by the way, y'all got to hit the notification button. That's that little bell to stay up to date every time I drop a new video. So if you hit the little bell, that's the notification button. You will be alerted every time I drop a video. I need the help, y'all. I'm trying to grow my channel. Trying to do some things. Trying to help some people. Help me out. Tanita 20. Oh, that's T. What's up, T? How you doing? Happy New Year. I ain't seen you forever. Hope all is well. All right. So what is your make? Okay. What if you make that amount? I meant, how would the results be when you file? I would have to run the numbers. Sounds like you probably will some tax. Just do 21,000 times 15.3, and that will give you a good baseline. So what's that? That's a roughly 15, 2 times 15. This is roughly $3,000, roughly. Quick and dirty math off the top. So you might owe 1,500, maybe. But if you're smart and you plan ahead, remember, y'all, it's tax season now, but you shouldn't wait till tax season to do tax planning. You shouldn't wait for tax season to do tax planning. Again, you should not wait for tax season to do tax planning, because all of your leverage you lose on December 31st. You get like 2 other deductions usually. Low key popping said my YouTube is just my name, Kamari Ellis. Kamari Ellis. CAMARIELLIS. But yeah, thank you for that. Like the channel, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification button. The more people that watch my videos, because I'm starting to learn the algorithm a little bit. The more people that watch the videos, the longer they watch the videos, the more the algorithm will share the videos with people, because that's a signal that people like what I got. So, Leo Lady, how you doing? Kits Kats, how you doing? You been cooking Kits Kats? What is it? Is it Kits Kat Zeta? I always say your IG name wrong. Oh, my bad. G Coffin. You asked for 5 and you got an unk up with the wings of my eye, so I'm going to assume you're black. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm grabbing some of the books I got right here. I try. No problem. I appreciate you. So to become a money master, right? That was the question. I would read this book here, How Money Works. Right? Miss Edith, I got Miss Edith to read the book. She loves it. It's very graphical in nature, and it breaks down all kinds of financial terms, not just credit. By the way, having good credit does not mean you are financially literate. I see some people say that having good credit score, learning about credit does not make you financially literate. FYI, y'all. All right. So again, How Money Works. It's a great read. It's simple, easy, and fun. Right. You can always refer back to it. That's one. There's a few others. There's one I just read right now. I think it's an awesome book, but I can't think of the name of it. It's by Morgan House. I want to do a video on this at some point too. By Morgan, okay, so it's called The Psychology of Money. I thought it was an awesome book. A lot of the things that I've experienced in my career as a tax advisor, as a financial advisor, as an institutional money manager, I can personally relate with. And the book talks more about psychology with money and how people are often delusional when it comes to money. And that's just real rap, y'all. And how oftentimes our greed often puts us in trouble or gets us in trouble when it comes to making money. So sometimes we're being greedy when we shouldn't be greedy. Big Bear 79, welcome. And epic success, welcome. Happy Wednesday, y'all. Thanks for joining. All right, so that's another one. I would also say Powernomics, great book by Dr. Claude Anderson. I would say that's essential to be a Black money master. Majority of my audience is Black, and that's who I speak to. I can speak to anybody, but that's home, right? That's the house I'm trying to build. So I'm getting this information to do my self-employed path this year, to file for next year, if the Lord above allows me. Yeah, he will. She will. Fiali said he's subscribed. All right, who else subscribed? But I appreciate you. Del Carmen, you never told me if you subscribed. Come on, lady. Hopefully you didn't come here and pick my pocket and just leave me clean. All right, Ms. Edith says, yes, How Money Works. Love that book. So does my 7-year-old grandson. I recommend it to everyone. All right, so Eric Carney says, I'm trying to save up to bring my wife and 3 beautiful kids on holiday after COVID, but I keep spending money on cocaine and high-end hookers. Comment of the day. God damn, you trolls are good. Oh, God. Y'all see this? Cocaine is a hell of a drug. Lord. But we having a block party, it looks like. Looks like we having a block party. Sam Loves Music, how you doing? Welcome. Listen, y'all, I'm broadcasting live on IG, Facebook, and YouTube all at the same time. Do me a favor, y'all. If y'all want to be a clown, just let me know. Just say, hi, my name is Mr. Troll or Mrs. Troll, so I can just block you up front right away, and we ain't got to waste nobody's time. Nobody really cares about your trolling commentary anyway. That was funny, though. All right. Yes, Don Johnson, Black Titan is my all-time favorite when it comes to someone that actually achieves wealth. So, for the record, Black Titan had a crazy impact on me, y'all. I even did a video about it. I did a video on a couple of Black entrepreneurs as I started to get into YouTube space, because I feel like nobody talks about these people. I was well over 35 before I found out who A.G. Gaskins was, and I was thoroughly offended. Like, where they been hiding this man at? I needed to know about him when I was 5. Sadly, a lot of times in our community, we don't have access to some of the history, and some of the history isn't made super duper prevalent to us. So we got to take it upon ourselves and actually start sharing more what you're reading. All right. One of the things y'all can do is y'all can join the Finance Rebel Academy here on Facebook. Just do a search for the Finance Rebel Academy. We talk about money all day, every day. All right. So, but yeah, Black Titan is about A.G. Gaskins. A.G. Gaskins was a Black man in Alabama during Jim Crow times who was able to amass a fortune up over $100 million by the time of his passing. 100 million, y'all. It's 100 M's. It's a lot of bread. Jim Crow? Is that possible? Really? Yep, he did it. So listen, if a black man in the segregated South during Jim Crow times could amass 100 M's, what can we do now? Like, I don't get with this talk about, the 1% this and the 1% that. Well, damn it, the 1% was around then too, but he was able to do it. And I also don't get with the talk where they say they only allow a few. Well, if anybody follows the 80-20 rule, if you don't, do me a favor, look up the 80-20 rule. Most people don't have the gumption to get up and do anything. Most people just want to stay placated in the places where they are now. You got to stand up, you strong, mighty black woman or black man, and go after it. Be creative, use your mind, and make some money. And don't try to don't try to buy everything all the time. Save it, invest it, build something, create something. I'm channeling my inner Messiah Garvey. Up, you mighty race, right? So, there's a lot to that, y'all. There's a lot to that. There's a lot of rhetoric out here telling us that we are less than, that we are 3/5, that we can't make it, that we can't do anything. They're all lies. So they're all full of shit. Excuse my language. I told you I was trying not to cuss. But if we come, like everybody loves to say, we come from kings and queens, right? I don't really like that adage, right? It to me, it sounds like Americanized celebrity culture. We are civilization builders. Civilization is always going to be better than a monarchy. I'm also a big KRS-One fan. Kings lose crowns, but teachers stay relevant, right? So I subscribe to that. I live that. I love that. And so all of y'all keep on with your wealth journey. And John, thank you for that, because I totally love A.G. Gaskins. Wish I could have met him. Another great book is by John Johnson. Maybe he's related to you, Don. Maybe that's where you get your bread from. But John Johnson from Johnson Publications, the creator of Ebony and Jet. So that man was dynamic as well. And the funny thing, one of the funniest things about his story and his autobiography, I did a video on that too, a YouTube video on that, is that at the time he was trying to buy a building in Chicago and he couldn't buy a building in Chicago because it was too early. Segregation was still the policy of the day. And he had to send his white attorney in to buy the building. And so, like, some of the extents and ingenuity is big. Jimmy, I'm surprised Jimmy didn't put up here. Damn it. It's the one about the six people after six black folks after slavery. Black Fortunes. Black Fortunes is also another great book. Every black business person should read Black Fortunes, should read John Johnson's autobiography, should read A.G. Gaskins' Blue Titans. Must reads. Got to know where you come from to get to where you're going. So hopefully I answered your question. Who asked me that question? G. Coffin, excuse me. But I have more. I have a ton more. These days I don't read a whole lot of I don't read a whole lot of business books per se, but I'll read more biography books. I've read so many finance, investment, real estate, and risk management books. They all kind of just blend in, right? But I'll read a biography. I learned a lot from that too. So Greenberg Media, thanks for joining. Welcome. Happy Wednesday. What question you got, Sam? Go ahead and throw it in the question mark. Hopefully you're not talking about tricking off cocaine and whores and foreign lands, or what was it? Yeah, cocaine and high-end hookers. That's the term of the day. Andy Roman, how you doing? Elijah, what's up, Elijah? All right, so Sam says, I haven't filed personal or biz tax since 2016. What happens when I file three years of return now? What happens? You'll be in compliance, right? What happens is you'll be in better favor with the IRS. So I would go ahead and file now. Now, I don't know. You said personal or biz. Now the biz tax, like if we talking like a corporation return or something like that, you might be looking at some big fines. Because when you file corporations, that's other reasons why you shouldn't necessarily get a corp or LLC. Because when you file your taxes late, you get smacked around real hard. I'm talking about 4-figure smack around. I mean, since we talking hookers and cocaine this week, you will definitely feel like you've been had by some hookers and you need some cocaine after you get smacked around by some of these IRS fines and fees. Yeah, but what kind of LLC? Is it a partnership LLC or is it just a solo member LLC? But Sam, you can always text me, 215-974-0058. Everybody should join the community, 215-974-0058. Elijah, thanks for joining. I actually owe you an inbox. Life has just been crazy. And Elijah, I'm supposed to do something with you soon, right? Solo, you might be all right, but I would still file as soon as possible, Sam. As soon as possible. Like y'all, it doesn't pay to be on the IRS's target board. You don't want to be public enemy with the IRS. It doesn't pay. It hurts oftentimes. All right, so Jody says been subscribed. Del Carmen says she subscribed too. All right, thank you, Del Carmen. Appreciate you. Yes, the trolls love you, Kamari. Yeah, sadly. Listen, I need y'all to help me fight these trolls. Don't have me out here by myself getting jumped. It ain't fair. People out here just smacking me around. Like I'm there. Well, all right. I'm going to stop. I said I was trying not to cuss tonight, y'all. All right, so let's get through some more of these comments. I still got to get my vittles, so y'all know I'm about to bounce. Black Titan's story was expertly told by his people. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Civilization builders. Yeah, we are civilization builders. I get weary of people that run around call people kings and queens, especially like out the blue, because I feel it's ungenuine. I have no problem with the actual usage of the language, but most people I find, if you don't know them, and they're calling you, what's up, king, what's up, queen, they're usually trying to lather you up and butter you up to violate you and violate your pocketbook and wallet. Financial Anatomy, how you doing? Elijah, is that you? I think I just realized that. Yeah, how about that On Your Time and Space? I still haven't read that, Don. I need to buy that and order that. Shout out to Jimmy and Corey over at Bollywood. Think and Grow Rich, The Black Choice by Dennis Kimbrough is an excellent read as well. Okay. Yes, sir. I got more for you. I just got to think about them. I'm going to do a video on that soon. Appreciate you being here, G. Coffin. Del Carver's laughing. Yes, the inbox about the collabo, we can reschedule though. I also got some of my colleagues that might want a consultation. Yeah, we can do it. Let's just set up the time. I think we had a time already. I apologize. Life's been crazy. Tax season is already starting. People are already out here trying to get their financial goodies in order. And yeah, this year's gonna be very interesting because I've been doing a lot of time with the IRS trying to solve some people's issues. I got some stories on that side too. I'm not going to tell them tonight, but I got some stories on that side. But listen, y'all, do everything right. Do everything ethical when it comes to this money, this finance, and these taxes. IRS is not taking any chill for the fever. All right? None. Keep your stuff in orders and stay out the crosshairs. Because once you're in the crosshairs, it's hard to get out. And as we saw earlier tonight with the passer who's out here taking millions of dollars in revolutionary Chinese debt. I still have no idea what that is. But just because you're a man of the cloth don't mean you really are of the cloth. And just because you're a man that say you are of the people don't really mean you are of and for the people. Right? Every brother ain't a brother, y'all. Just because of color. Shout out to Chuck D for those great words. All right. It's sad, but it's true. A lot of us have subscribed and eaten the Willie Lynch theory unconsciously And we do more to hurt ourselves than to do harm to help ourselves. So again, all right, y'all, I'm going to bounce. I appreciate everyone for being here. All right. I appreciate you all. Humble that you're all here. It's Wednesday. And I appreciate all the new YouTube subscribers. All right. We're trying to get that up. Last thing. I am at episode number 88 on the podcast. Who here has not read the podcast? You should be ashamed of yourself. Smack yourself in the face right now because you ain't right. You living foul, G. You living foul. Listen, everybody go out and Google Finance Rebel Show, and pull it up and go listen to it. Go rate it, go review it, and subscribe. And then share it with somebody, but also share it with somebody. All right, the more people I can reach, the more people I can help. If I can help one person not get scammed, that's a success, right? So it's not all about the numbers, right? But if I can get one person not to do some janky tax stuff, that's a win for me. Matter of fact, somebody said, oh, I got to find that. Somebody said, Kamari, thank you. Because I think it was the episode I did talking about people filing fake businesses that a lot of people are doing with these SBA loans. And they said, listening to me, they changed my mind. Oh, that made me feel good. Because that just helped reduce that person's risk of getting in the crosshairs of the IRS. And usually most of us don't do too well when we get in front of the IRS. So avoid the issues before they become an issue. Avoid the issues before they become an issue. All right. So again, follow, like, listen to the Finance Rebel Show on Apple, right? Apple is the center of the podcast universe. Listen, if you don't have an iPhone, that's okay. If you got a Google, that's okay too. You can listen on Spotify. You can listen on Stitcher. You can listen on Google Podcasts. Just listen. You can listen on the go when you're exercising, when you're walking around, just trying to get busy. All right. So I will see you all next time on Saturday at noon. I will be here. What conversation? Remember, so Saturday is our wealthy conversation. What would you like us to talk about? Go ahead and put that in the chat, and I will look at it and see what we talk about. I have an idea what I want to talk about. It's something I promised to you all before, but I just have to get to. All right. So again, thank you all. Good night and have a great rest of the week. So long.